People often ask me, why don't you sing music that is produced by Hillsong, Elevation, or Bethel? And my response to that is always twofold. First, we don't want to point our people to heretical groups. Bethel, Hillsong, and Elevation, as churches, I'm not saying every person in these churches, but as churches, all teach word of faith theology, which essentially says that you become like God and your own words have power like God to create your own reality. So for that reason, we don't want to point our people to their music and then subsequently to their theology. Does that mean that every song they produce is heretical? I hear that question. No, many have biblical lyrics, but that's the problem. I think about that scene in the Odyssey when Odysseus and his crew are sailing by the sirens, and they've been warned to be careful because the song of the sirens will lure them in and lure the sailors off course to their deaths on the rocks. And if you remember what Odysseus does, is he says, tie me to the mast of the ship. And whatever you do, regardless of how crazy I act, don't untie me. Don't let me go. And by the way, also put wax in your ears, so that way you don't hear the song of the sirens. And in some ways, the music of Bethel, Hillsong, and Elevation is like that. They lure you into the institution, into the church through the music. And oftentimes that's to the peril, into the danger of the believer. And secondly, what I say is that we want to emphasize sound doctrine. We want to sing the best songs, the songs that have stood the test of time. So we want to point our people to the hymns that best reflect the theology that we believe. So that's what I say when people ask me why we don't sing Elevation, Hillsong, or Bethel music.